Wow. Where am I? Is this really the 18th century? I wonder if I can play classical music. What should I play? What should I play? Oh, I know. That's it.
Officer! Right there! Hey, you! Stop right there. You're under arrest.
I didn't see arrest.
You're under arrest. Now you're under arrest.
Oh, okay, so why am I under arrest?
For excessive use of vibrato that is prohibited in the Baroque laws of musical principles.
That's a thing?
Yes, you uncultured swine.
Oh,
You are now going to follow me to prison.
but I don't want to tune.
They told me I couldn't make. That was an interesting melody you added there.
Thank you. Oh, Bach. I'm a huge fan. What are you doing here in jail?
Well, you see, I used to be employed by the Duke here, but one day I handed in my letter of resignation, and he did not like the sound of that, and so he decided to lock me up in jail.
That sounds awful. Well, but why did you decide to quit?
Well, you see, the salary here was simply far too low.
I guess you can say you are Baroque.
What about you? Why are you here?
I'm from the future. You could probably say I traveled Bach in time. Okay, look, the future is going through a musical crisis right now, and all the good music is disappearing. All we're left with is music with 2 chords or less.
2 chords or less? Or what about fugues? Do they still exist?
Fugues? What the fugue is that?
Well, let me explain. A fugue is a contrapuntal compositional technique for more than 2 voices, usually with a musical subject introduced in the beginning via imitation.
But can you speak English?
9. Okay, fine. Just kidding. How about this? Let me demonstrate. Could you please play me a melody, any melody?
Sure.
What a fine theme, sir. Now, let's assume that the first voice plays that theme in the tonic of A minor. Now I'd like the second voice to answer through imitation, but in the dominant key of E. But during this time, the first voice must continue. And here, to make things interesting for the ears to listen to, we have the 2 voices playing counterpoint. This is where the 2 voices are independent in melody and contour, but they kind of weave with each other to form pleasant harmony. So have a listen. And like this, the third voice joins in, while the first and second continue in counterpoint. And so on and so forth. Think of it as an intricate crossword puzzle where the ear can always listen to different different horizontal lines, but yet they're kind of aligned in vertical harmonies.
Whoa, that's some big brain stuff. The Duke should really give you a pay raise.
I know, I think so too. But alas, the Duke is not very fond of fugues. In fact, he thinks counterpoint to be old-fashioned. He even mocked me and said that he would only release me from prison if I was to compose a fugue for the violin. But we all know how impossible that is.
Are you sure though? Is it really impossible?
What do you mean? Of course. I mean, you would know the violin is clearly designed to be a melodic instrument, to play at most of the time just one single line. It's not like the harpsichord or the organ can play 3, 4, 5 lines.
Look, Bach, hear me out. I'm from the future, and you wrote 3 of the most iconic fugues for solo violin. In fact, 200 years after that, no other composer could write a noteworthy fugue like you. So if anyone was to write a fugue, it has to be you.
Well, I guess if you say so, let me give it a try. Contrapuntal composition. Yes, das ist good. Good.
Wow. Let me memorize it. Got it.
That was very fast. Why? What magnificent playing. Here, with this, the Duke is sure to set us free from prison. And thus, as a small token of my appreciation, the Baroque stone.
Wow. I guess you can say, I won't be Bach,